And the reason why Americans are so fixated on believing what was told to them is because of the Daughters of the Confederacy.
They still refuse to let go of the ideology of slavery. Those southern states that desperately needed power needed to rewrite history as well, and they adopted the lost cause mythology. They wanted to prove that we really weren't killing and stealing and raping and chattel slavery. It wasn't all that bad. You know, we had happy slaves. They really tried to paint over the fucked up stuff that they did. And from this came the Daughters and the Sons of the Confederacy. You see, they stated that their intention was to, and I quote, tell of the glorious fight against the greatest odds the nation ever faced, that their hallowed memory should never die. It gotta be cracked.
These women went so far as to rewriting textbooks. They even went so deep as to the point that they would have drill classes for children for them to recite false narratives so that they could remember it.
They changed the language up because they wanted you to believe that they really weren't, fighting to keep people enslaved. They really weren't out here raping and killing and having their diseases wreck civilizations. They wanted you to believe that, hey, we weren't like that. We really had happy slaves. Everything was all right. And y'all believe that shit so much so that I'm having to educate ignorant ass people who remains ignorant and illiterate and dumb because they find memes and shit on Facebook that justifies what the fuck they feel and say, even being untrue. I learned that people will believe a lie because it's comfortable for them. So I'm not arguing with anybody about things that I know that's factual because I actually read. A lot of us, we're taught what was in the history book. So if you're only taught a certain type of way and you don't advance yourself into a broader education and learn more, you won't know shit. That's why there are so many illiterate fucking cockroaches on my page telling me about, oh, that's not true. They were better at colonizing. Oh, they were better at being fucking nasty. Okay? Y'all ain't gotta, it don't take nothing for y'all to actually go read a book if y'all can actually do that. Hooked on Phonics, I think, is still available for y'all. Use it. Sound them words out. I know racism, it's hard sometimes. Racism. That's what the fuck it is. I don't give nobody no pass. I don't give a fuck about your feelings. You know what I mean? The black bodies that I fucking read about. How y'all ever heard of the Red Record by Ida Wells and how she talked about how they were lynching black men and she found out the reason they did is because it satisfied their fucking sexual attraction. They needed to see black men dangling. That's why they cut their penises off. That's why they did fucked up shit like that. Because a lot of them white men sexualize after black men. The whole buck breaking, that's where that comes from. Bucking, that's where that comes from. And for y'all people talk about, oh, it was because black people were cursed. Shut up with that fucking shit, y'all. Y'all getting on my nerves with it. Oh, the reason why we've always been down is because we've been cursed. No, you've been cursed. Man, shit y'all keep repeating.